One time for the Gringos. One time for the Gringos. One time for the Gringos.
Alright, we're here. I'm in my fucking winter gear because it's freezing and the camera is still bright. No idea why. Thank you for the follows. We Dino, Sam, Command EU, and also Pembo Perlo. Big thank you very much. Fellas, great game tonight, let me tell you. Let me know if crowd noise is good. I think I watched back the VOD of Match of the Day 1 yesterday, and the crowd noise is absolutely wonderful. We got it like bang on. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, maybe go up a little bit. Teeny weeny bit. Well, that's a bit too much. Teeny weeny bit. Let me know if that crowd noise is too much, though. Let me know. Listen, fellas, an incredible one tonight, because we're in Super League 3, which isn't really the kind of big boy divisions, but it feels like a big boy game. Kun Aguero trading the Man City Blue for the Manchester United Red. Started off his season yesterday, 2 wins from 2. 7 goals scored, 4 conceded. The best offense or the best attack in the league after match day 1, but it's a long season. It really means nothing when you talk about match day 1. Borussia Dortmund, Deany and his mob. We know that this team is one that's going to be aiming for Europa League football. They anticipate finishing in that kind of qualification zone. 4 points from a possible 6. 4 goals scored, 3 conceded. Let's talk about the rosters a little bit before we get into it. We'll start with the underdogs today over at Borussia Dortmund. You can see the kind of squad they've got cooking up over here. I like Chan 17. I like Deany as a striker on his day. I like M. Weber. I like Ruzbuzz. A lot of experience. Ton X as well. Really, really good player to have. You see here as well the results yesterday. Beat Chelsea 2-1. Drew to Pescara 2 each. So, listen, I think a really interesting set of results. The start to the season for this Dortmund team has not been easy by any stretch, but then again, every game in the Super League isn't easy, but this will be a real measuring stick tonight about where they are. Can they compete for the title, or are they just kind of like a Europa League challenging team? When you look at Manchester United, you'd look at a team that you would expect to be up there. I think Aguero, I speak for him, the Slovenian international, will be incredibly frustrated if this squad of these caliber players do not get a top 3 finish. We talked about it with Real Madrid yesterday. There's an expectation. You know, this team was on the brink of being Super League 2. It was kind of in that kind of, you know, it went down to the final day whether they're going to be in Super League 2 or Super League 3. People made signings. People made, I think, you know, large signings to kind of really push them over the line. I think there's an argument that you could still say that some people will think this squad should be in Super League 2. Others will say it's about top end of Super League 3. Reality is, they are where they are. They're in Super League 3. And this squad has to compete. Doesn't matter about your availability. Doesn't matter about the issues of, you know, weekend fixtures. You've got people like Duckman that's so good in between the sticks. Whether he's playing outfield or not will be an interesting decision. Scott Rennie, great quality player, but the attitude. Can Kun Aguero calm this explosive attitude of Scott Rennie down? Rebecca 95, former Team of the Year CDM. Jay Fella, incredible player. Gunner, incredible player. Cam Foster on his day, incredible player. They've got so much quality across the deck. However, the results yesterday weren't so easy. Only a 3-2 win against Tottenham Hotspur. 4-2 against Viking is good. Indicates, listen, 2 goals conceded in both games. Maybe the defence has got a little bit of work to do. Besiktas they played tonight. Won't spoil the result there. But yeah, I think this Dortmund game, they'll be looking at it as probably one of the big ones of their season. 2 seconds. All right, there we go. Sorry. Okay, where are we? Again, questions off the game days. You know how it goes. You know how it is. I'll run Ben through stats as I'm happy to. What? 2 seconds. Jesus Christ. All right, there we go. Sorry. Okay, let's get these guys in then. Sorry, it's just a lot of questions coming to me after games. We'll go to Deany as our cameraman tonight. We'll do post-match interviews as well. People seem to like those yesterday. I liked it. I like kind of talking to the guys as well. Anyway, we're here. We're set. And we're ready to go between these two tonight. Manchester United, Borussia Dortmund, the top-end battle in Super League 3. Of course, the table won't update until after we're done with stats tonight, granted. But like I said, you're talking about before tonight, 2nd place against 6th place, 6 points out of 6 against 4 points out of 6. Best of luck to both of these two. And let's see what kind of game we have here tonight. It's a one-and-done kind of game. It's not a cup match. We're not going to see extra time. We're going to see any of that. It will very much be kind of you get in, you play, the result is going to be the result. We saw a draw yesterday in Match of the Day 1. Are we going to keep the trend on and get a draw in Match of the Day 2? I do wonder. We'll put a quick prediction poll up as well. Excuse me, we'll do that quickly before we get kick-off. Who wins? Will it be Man United or will it be BVB? BVB is being Dortmund. Of course, you don't need your abbreviations. Go quickly. Whack that in. Whack that in. All right, here we go then. We're set and sealed for it. It is Match of the Day number 2. Super League 2 yesterday, Super League 3 today. We're still waiting and praying for a Super League 1 Match of the Day, aren't we? But here we are then. Let's go and see who comes out on top here. Red stripes, or red kit, should I say, today for Manchester United. Yellow kit here today for Borussia Dortmund. Of course, you would think that the favourite going into this one tonight is Manchester United. But as I said, 2 games yesterday, 2 goals conceded in each game. Borussia Dortmund here going direct immediately. Goes out wide here to Deany, who is the gaffer and goal scorer. Goes to GXT. Alfie, that goes across. Maybe Alfie got a shot there at the near post. We've seen some similar angled shots succeed in the pre-season cup. But, of course, pre-season and now, very different. Very, very different. Ball there is sent forward. Off the noggin there, back down it goes. Ruzbuzz, only as far here as Dobadinho. As there now goes to Dreboy. Dreboy over into Connor CB. Connor here swings that one across. That one gone by Sick. Chan 17 once again goes to GXT Alfie. Alfie there being marshalled by Skiddos, who again, very great player on his day, consistent player. The thing tonight for Dortmund is going to be about, I think, the speed. So they've got a couple of granddads in their team, respectfully. You know, they've got to get those twitch fiber muscles going nice and quickly. Can't be affording to sit there and dancing in front of this Madrid back line. Chan 17 goes back, of course, to his defence. Slow and steady wins the race. Rosbuzz here now. The captain links that one over that left-hand shoulder, but just beat again by Dobadinho. Tries to play on the inside. It's a poor decision by Dortmund to then give possession right back to the holding midfielder, Rebecca 95. Chan 17 though intercepts play. Definitely a bit of a tug of war battle going on so far in the midfield. You can see where this game is going to be won tonight. Whose midfield is more tenacious, more hungry to kind of go and snap the ball up from one another. Sol Bamba there gets that one away forward towards the front man. And right now, both of these two going with the approach of direct offense. A lot of LBYs, or as the PlayStation guys will know them, L1 triangles. That's a poor mistake. Oh, wow. I tell you, that's a huge save. But a real wake-up call for Dortmund. That is a really, really horrendous mistake at the back. And I'll tell you, the boys in black and yellow are very lucky to not be 1-0 down. That is really, really dangerous. Man United nearly had first blood there. Gunner goes up and across. That one headed away by Primal Wardy. No doubts Deany will be giving them a little bit of a frolic in that in terms of keeping aware. Wardy gets that one clear again. Similar to what we saw yesterday, isn't it? We saw Real Madrid kind of dominate the opening first half. The opening kind of 40 minutes were all Real Madrid. And then, you know, they popped up with the goal before Liverpool equalised. So I'll be hoping that... Oh, wow, what a set piece that would have been right off the training ground. And it's another great reaction save from the keeper. A low-driven corner into a low diving header that results in an instant reaction save. That is incredible. Ball there over into Connor. Finds Chan, goes to Connor CB. Links that one down again to Deany. Deany here, only as far as Chan. Still playing forward, Deany there. He was, I think, begging for the ball, but it was headed over to the marker of light blue. Not able to creep that one into the back of the nets, but here we are on the corner once again. Well, 23rd minute of play. Borussia Dortmund lining this one up. Gets that one up and away. Off the chest of GXT, Alfie finds Azza. But Rebecca 95 again, just covering her space and immediately launches onto the ball, but so does. I think this is beneficial. There's Connor CB, though, goes forward, and again, big Sol Bamba at the back for Man United, continuing to be an ever-present obstacle. Skiddo's hit to the right-hand side to Alfinga, finds Rebecca, finds Fella. Jay links that one to Kun Aguero, but the gaffer is offside. I kind of felt it was offside. I think it was a lovely idea by Jay Fella, but Aguero, I think, known over the years, and the PlayStation side in particular before crossplay, as a striker that ventures offside so often, has to keep his run a little bit more calm there. But Chan 17 now launches himself back onto the ball. That one flicked back behind to NUFC Charlie. Hasn't a lot to do so far, Charlie. I think that's what keepers like, though. Now, it depends what kind of, you know, play you have in between the sticks. I've played with keepers that love to kind of have no activity, and then keepers that love to be active as can be. One of the rare touches for Charlie tonight. United's midfield and front line purring. The defence matching that as well, keeping their keeper nice and protected. Ball goes back to Alfie. Dreyboy here for Dortmund. Wow, that's dangerous. Ruzbuzz there, nearly stitched, but the cool, calm experience of the veteran helping him out of that bind. Dortmund starting to feel a little bit compressed here. And United squeezing and squeezing. GXT Alfie plays into Deany, now over into Connor. Showing the power there, but look at this. Deany launches onto the ball again. The wide open slots there. Dortmund! Wow, what a bit of defensive prowess from Man United. I was certain that was going to be a goal. Wonderful opening on the left-hand side of Dortmund there. And what a slide tackle. Living up to Nemanja Vidic's status with a defensive save like that. That was wonderful. 0-0, and for Dortmund, the first big opportunity. Now, I guess you could say goes begging. And look at that, wow, Primal Wardy, absolutely like the apex predator that he is, jumping up into the box, leaping over his defensive marker. And again, that should have been also 1-0. Dortmund with two big chances in quick succession. Man United got to make sure it doesn't let them kind of slip in terms of their control in this match. Dortmund, though, gaining morale, gaining momentum, and will be feeling like they are a whisker away from winning this game. Azza here goes back over into Dreyboy. Dreyboy again. Headed over into... I can't say the guy's name. Beneficial. Oh, well, Charlie talked about how he didn't have much to do. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. It was an offside position, but in the end, he made a save regardless, showing us that he is there. He is paying attention, and he is ready on his mark. Plays out from the back here, United. They are confident to do so. And look at this. What a play this could be. Aguero, and he needs one, but he can't get it through that time. And Savage Temper makes another save. A game tonight where the keepers are out in force. I'll tell you. Saw it yesterday with Justin Lorimer. Seeing it here today with Temper in between the sticks for Borussia Dortmund. Looking like a player and a half, this man. Ball there goes out of bounds. Corner kick. He had a beautiful set-piece routine before. Did they try and repeat it, or did he have something else right off the training ground? What are Man United going to do? Covering up there. It's a pretty well-covered one. Goes back out wide here to Gunner. Links this one into the middle of the crowded box, but in the end, just recycles back out. The keeper going to make an easy save there. And that's going to be the half-time whistle. Good game so far. Good game. Some big moments for Borussia Dortmund, I will say. But equally so, Man United's, looked the more dangerous team. And you can see why they scored 7 goals in those first 2 games. With the opportunities that they had in that first 20-25 minutes, I think they'll be a little bit annoyed that they've not come away with that with at least 1 goal. Absolutely not. That corner tactic is awful, says Trappy. The fans not fussed. Not been fussed about getting the AFC this year, but this makes me want to make a return to clubs, eh? Well, I'm glad that my soothing voice can woo you into the allure of FIFA again. Hey, wow. For Dortmund, again, don't look like a team that are, conceding 3 goals in 2 games. I think their keeper looks excellent. I think the defence, I think you look at a game like this and you say, okay, well, the keepers look brilliant, so surely that means the defence is getting beat. But I don't think the defence has been that bad either. I don't think there's been big gaps. I don't think there's been big spaces. I think it's a very good 0-0 so far. Both teams will feel like they should be up. Both teams have got 45 in-game minutes, or let's call it 8 real-life minutes, to change the way that this one ends. As of right now, the points would be shared. Second half up and underway. Borussia Dortmund here with the kickoff and beginning to kind of get their feel for the football once again. Goes down into Chan, tries to link it through, but Shane the power there. Another great utility player, can play pretty much everywhere for that Man United team if they need him to. Ball then back to Connor CB. Connor, though, being wrestled by Bex, I tell you. Winding back the years to a Napoli days, back pre-COVID, 2017, I want to say. VFL Napoli, kind of heyday of the CDM. As official here, goes all the way back to Rusbuzz. Rusbuzz, that's a great ball. Timing so precise. Drayboy finds Connor. Connor, though, not able to find Drayboy on the return pass. And now here comes the gaffer. Kun Aguero goes up to Bex, finds Skiddo. Skiddo's there with an absolute laser beam of a ball. But Alfie, cool and calm as anything. Look at that, just a ball roll, and says to the attacker, not today. A little bit of flair in the defensive recovery. Love that. Alfie back to his midfielder, sees the ball return to his feet instantaneously. Connor CB now through the centre of the pitch, down the left-hand side, now finds Drayboy, goes on the inside, but Dobadinho hits that one cleared. United, the team that are under the cosh here for the first kind of 11 minutes of the second half. How the turns have tabled in terms of the dominance, the possession. Connor again over the middle, and that there just claimed by NUFC Charlie. Got to be confident as a keeper coming out and coming off your line and claiming the ball. He was indeed that. Cam Foster was gutted today. DM'd me earlier on when he saw this game was going to be match of the day. He said, the one day I'm not here out for the boxing, and you've done this to me. I will throttle you, commentator. It's all right. We love Cam Foster. Big Cam Foster fans here. Oh, they could have used his influence on this match. 60 minutes in, Man United looking to try and find a footing into the final third. Skiddo's hit. Back to Shane the Power. Finds Dobadinho. Man United resetting the play, resetting the vibe of this match and saying to Dortmund, we still have something to do here. Alfie with an absolute laser beam collection from the keeper. That's a wonderful bit of goalkeeper footwork from Charlie. Finds Connor CB. Links it forward now, but Dobadinho in front again. You can see what they're looking for, Dortmund. They're looking for that kind of laser beam Y/triangle ball to kind of get this one into the back of the net. They want to play fast, direct, rapid football. You can see it. Chan And he goes forward to Bamba. In the end, Deany. Over into Chan. Chan links it. What a ball that could be. And Charlie there, a diving save. Eats some studs to the chest there. Got fly kicked, it felt like. But thankfully, no real danger or damage. Aguero into Bex. That one now, or could be. I tell you what, Deany should have went over the top there personally. Connor CB finds one over the top. That's a poor one. The pass before should have been over the top. That pass there should have been on the ground. Just a little bit of miscommunication between the Dortmund players. But Man United have done nothing in this second half. It's been a really disappointing one, considering all of the, again, the control that United had in the first half. What has happened at this United team for them to drop off in the second half? That will be one of the questions to ask Kun Aguero after the full-time whistle. However, still anyone's to take. 73 minutes in here. The game begging, screaming for a goal at the top of Super League 3. Gunner down this right-hand side. Finds J fella. Goes forward, and that one there to Ruzbuz. Up and away. You would say, though, it's typical FIFA, typical FC, if Man United end up, you know, doing nothing for 30 minutes and then go and get the goal. It feels like Dortmund should be the team to score first. Oh, I'll tell you what, the Dre boy, wow. Again, just a little bit slow. I think you can maybe make the argument there. Is that incredible defending or just a little bit slow attacking from Dre boy? Maybe a mix of both. United nearly again, though, putting themselves in a spot of danger. And I think now, you definitely probably look at a Kun Aguero and you're looking at Manchester United and saying they're probably the happier of the two to end here with a point tonight. Alfie, final 10 minutes of play here. Can't do much, finds Skiddos. Goes back to Bex. Finds Skiddos. Over into J fella. Gunner. Forward to Aguero, but offside again. As the Slovenian is looking like prime Benjamin Sesko right now. Offside and lost up front. Immediate tackle. Look at that, though. That's brilliant from Skiddos. Goes to Aguero again, but Ruzbuz completely clamping him up. Ruzbuz has sat his lardy arse loving on Kun Aguero all night tonight. He says, you will not get past me, you slippery man. Not tonight. Dortmund happy here to take their time with 5 minutes of this game remaining. That one there, ricochets out. It's a Dortmund throw. GXT Alfie back here into Chan 17. Over into Connor CB. Finds Azza. Connor again. Down the left-hand side. Dreboy goes up here to Azza. Tries to kind of swing it round the defender, but doesn't have any joy. We said, you know, we had one match of the day yesterday, one draw. Are we going to see another draw tonight? It surely can't be two match of the day streams, two draws. When is the first victory going to come? You've got barely any time in this one before the streak continues. 1 minute of added time, and it does feel like tonight this is going to end a 0-0 draw. However, one last roll of the dice. Manchester United here goes forward, and that one there, a close call. Full time here tonight. Match of the day concludes Man United 0, Borussia Dortmund 0. I think both teams are going to feel disappointed. Man United going to be disappointed that they didn't walk away with a goal in that first half. Dortmund going to be disappointed for, again, similar to their opponents, that they had all that control, all that dominance in the second half, but they couldn't find the back of the nets. Disappointing for both of them, but I think they look back at that point at the end of the season and probably deem it a good point. But for the first time in this season that we've seen Manchester United drop points. Kun Aguero's team, not the invincible prospect that maybe they look to be. Yes, they haven't lost, but they haven't won that game either. Let's go over and go to the post-match interview then. Let's see if Kun Aguero wants to come on and talk to us and see what he makes of that one tonight. Let's pull him in and have a word, shall we? Let's pull him in and have a words. And if any of the Man United players want to come in and instead of him, if the co-manager of Man United wants to talk to him instead, talk for him instead, then let me know. But we will call up and we will have a look. We'll see what he wants to do. Yes, we will. Thank you as well to Man Like Pope for the follow as well. Appreciate you. There you go. The prediction is actually right. I forgot to put in a prediction for a draw. So just delete that and return your points. There you go. There you go. Anyone from Man United's co-manager, manager? Anyone want to come on? You don't have to do a post-match presser if you don't want to, but it would be nice for the allure of it, just like we did yesterday. We'll see. We'll go to Deany first. Deany will do it. And again, if any Man United co-manager, player, whatever wants to come on and do the post-match interview, then shouts. Yeah? Or Deany's typing. Maybe Deany doesn't want to do it. I can come on. Oh, there you go. We'll get Deany in then. Get his thoughts on the game. Absolutely. Charlie said he wanted to. Tell him to DM me, Dobbs, and I'll get him in. We'll do him after Dortmund here. I am calling you, Deany. There we go. He's found his way to the press room. You hear me, Deany? You gotta get actually into your mic though, not from the kitchen, Deany. He's old. We'll give him time. Come on, Deany.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now. 0-0 in the end. What are your thoughts on that? Is that a point gained or 2 points lost? Are you happy with that result, Deany, or not so much?
If I'm being after the first game when we lost and we should have won, it's annoying drawing that game. First half, it was mainly them. Second half, we should have scored. We were all over them. They couldn't get out of their half. But then they caught us on a counter attack a few times. But frustrated. We're just struggling to create chances at the minute as a team.
I think the one thing I said in the commentary, there was two big chances. I think personally, yeah, I agree that you had the much more control in the second half, but there was one moment in particular in the first half. It was, I think, a ball down the left-hand side, and it was that great tackle from the Man United defender that stopped it being a shot, and then immediately right after you had the corner, I think it was Primal, jumped over his man, headed it over the crossbar. Do you think that's maybe the story of your season so far? Early days, yes, but are you struggling to convert those big chances?
Yes, it's the big chances. They're either getting blocked or keepers are making good saves. Most of our goals are like when Wardy went up for that header, most of us would have bet our mortgage on it that he was going to score that. He buries them 9 times out of 10. So it was frustrating. It's just, yeah, it was a massive change as well. We had like 6 different players in from yesterday. So we're rotating, which the squad knew this weekend. We're rotating every night to go and find what we think is our settled best team. And then we're building and ready to go through the FIFA. Like, as you know, with me and my teams, we don't look at first season of going to challenge for anything. We build through the FIFA and then the last season where we want to be at our top game. So
that's fair. I mean, what did you say? What did you say to your team at half time? Because like you said, and like you alluded to, first half was very, very slow and sloppy. Second half, you completely flipped the game on its head. It was a tale of two halves where it felt like it was United that was begging for the final whistle in the second half. What did you say to your team? What was the change that you made? What was the request that you made?
Down. We're a team that we like to keep possession of the ball. If we don't get 60 plus possession in a game, we're annoyed, we're angry. We're a possession-based game. So I said, let's slow the game down, make Man United play at our pace. Let's recycle the ball, let's use the transitions, let's get it right to left, left to right. And it worked. And when we play man press, so it's annoying that everyone's going to know what we do. But, as I said, let's not lose our men. As soon as we lose the ball, let's get on our men, let's get them boxed in, make them go long, centre-backs will win the headers, and we just keep them boxed. We just couldn't get that chance. And I'll give respect to their goalkeeper. He judged the over-the-top balls perfectly because we've seen goalkeepers completely miss them and leave free headers. So he did well to judge them really well. So.
Well, I mean, it doesn't get easier tomorrow. You've got Tottenham Hotspur, who, gave United a tricky game, lost to Man United 3-2 yesterday. And then you've got Blackpool, K9, of course, having a little bit of a difficult opening start to FC 26. Was in Super League 1 with his core back in the summer, but that seems to be a figment of his imagination. Do you feel confident going into those 2 games tomorrow?
We'll be confident going into any game. The better the teams we play, the better we play. And this is the frustrating bit that we've said as a squad is we play against teams who we feel like we should be battering and beating and we'll go and lose or we'll just snake a win. And then we'll go against teams that we shouldn't be beating or should be a really close game and we can go and win it. So the better the team, the better for us because we've done it all pre-season. We've gone up against teams that are sat in Super League 1 now and beat them every night. And then we've gone up against teams who are in Super League 6 and they've beat us. So it's the better the team, the better we perform, and we start to up our game and step our levels up. So, looking forward to it, and there's going to be a lot more changes again for tomorrow night. So, and then we'll hopefully by the next following weekend we'll have a settled squad in, and we'll go from there.
Well, there you go. It's all about finding out your best 11. Well, congratulations or commiserations, whatever way you kind of treat that tonight, Deany. A draw in the end. I think I said you'll look back at that at the end of the season. I think pretty much be happy with that one. I don't think you'll be too disappointed with it. So best of luck for tomorrow.
Thank you, and have a good evening.
There you go. All right. Anyone from United want to come on? Want to do this? Or United locked in the dressing room, the water bottle's been thrown, and everyone's just furious. What do we want to say? Where's Big Jacko's stream? In the bin, where it belongs, mates. Anyone want to come on from United? Or absolutely not? Last chance. If not, we will wrap this up. Ramis is giving us the hairdryer treatment right now. So United, no one from United wants to come on. You're all locked in, yeah? 100%. No one wants to come on? Last chance, man. No one at all? So I can't force you, but it'd be good to get United's thoughts. But absolutely not. No one. Boo. United are being booed. Just like in real life. United just giving us nothing but misery, eh? Shocking. Well, I mean, listen, I think for United tonight, I think they'll definitely be a little bit upset. I think if they are genuinely upset with the point, I can understand it. The first half, they had the score. So many chances, so much kind of control. It's kind of funny how similar the game was from today to yesterday night with Madrid and Liverpool and United and Dortmund in terms of how one-sided it was. But hey, you know, Dortmund did well. They flipped it. They had a team talk and they came out in the end looking like the stronger team in the second half. So you can't really knock it whatsoever. Listen, we'll be back again tomorrow. Match of the day number 3. Keep your eyes peeled. See who we're going to have on. Thanks a lot, Bigsy. Appreciate you. And yeah, let's roll on and end week 1 strongly. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a Super League 1 game on. If not, we'll aim for Super League 4. Since we've done 2 and 3 already, it's got to be 1 or 4 tomorrow. It's got to be. Well, our aim is to get at least 1 game of every division. Even the minnows in Super League 6 deserve some airtime, eh? So yeah, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Cheers for coming through. Nice quick stream tonight. And again, congratulations or commiserations to United and Dortmund. The 0-0 draw in the end. 2 match of the day streams, 2 draws. Who's going to break the streak of draws? Only time will tell. Good night. See you when I see you. And don't die, yeah? Be there tomorrow. We need you. Good night.